Hello, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you had a good New Year's and also a good first week of January. I know that in my last video, I just absolutely roasted the idea of starting over in January. And I do still very much believe in that, and I still stand by my opinion. I haven't changed my opinion that quickly, but I do think that January is a good time for resting, for planning, and for just setting a vision where you want your year to go. So, this is what I'm currently doing. I wrote down a list and I am currently trying to figure out where I want to go this year. So, on that note, I thought that I would share my New Year's resolutions with you. I wrote a couple of things down. It's nothing that major, but I still thought I would just speak them out into the universe and share them with you. So, the first thing, which is also the most important thing for me, is that I really want to work hard this year. This sounds very bland and not that specific, but the last couple of years I've really struggled mentally. I went through some really tough years and I just did not have the capacity to work towards the life that I want. I haven't had the energy to put my energy into anything that really matters to me. I've just been in survival mode and just trying to get through the days. And I want to work really hard, but I also want to find better ways to rest my body and my mind, because that's also not something that I've been that good at. I can really push myself and just go throughout the day, but then when it comes to calming down, I'm not that good at it. Then I reach for my phone. I try to force myself to, I don't know, distract myself. So I just want to find good ways to rest my body and my mind and my soul so that I, as I said, can put in the work and have the energy to have successful days. I don't know if successful that's the right word, but productive, happy days. The next thing that I wrote down, I'm already knees deep in reaching that goal. I said no starting over in January, but here I am already so successful reaching reaching my first goal. But basically, I want to do a little. I set a little challenge for myself. I want to do a month without sugar. And before I'm going to continue, I want to say I'm not one to demonize sugar, not at all. That this is not what this is about. I love sugar. After the 30 days, I'm going to be happily being back to having a sweet treat every night. But that's exactly the thing. I haven't had the healthiest eating habits throughout my life, and I've always been really dependent on sugar. And so I just wanted to challenge myself mentally, see if I have the discipline to go 30 days without sugar and just seeing how I feel. That's also a huge thing because I do struggle with a couple of health related things, especially migraines and also some gut issues. And I just wanted to see how much that's triggered by my eating habits. So just challenging myself, seeing how I feel, because so many people online always talk about how amazing they feel because they don't eat any sugar. So I want to see if that's true, because I also recently saw someone online. She was talking how she also did a 30-day no sugar little challenge, and she didn't feel that much of a difference. So I really want to see for myself what I feel. If I still have that many gut issues, if my migraines might get better, that would be wonderful. But also a problem, because then what am I going to do? Am I going to give up sugar completely? No, I don't even want to think about that. I love chocolate, but yeah, just um a little challenge for my discipline for 30 days. It's already January 10th, so it's going well so far. But I have to say I started on January 3rd. Yeah. So let's see how I feel after this month and if I have the will strength to go through with it. But it's going pretty good so far. Then, on that same note, I also want to do a no buy month. Not in January, but just whenever. I really want to pick a month and then go through with it, because that's also something I've been struggling with. I tried to do it last year a couple of times and I always failed miserably. So it's funny that the sugar thing seems easier to me than the no buy thing. It's funny that I think I'm better at the no sugar thing. I would have thought that it would be the complete opposite, that it would be easier for me to not buy anything for a month than to not eat sugar for a month. So yeah, but as I said, I've tried to do it last year a couple of times, always failed. So I really wanna try it again and really go through with it. I saw someone on some kind of social media, I don't know where it was anymore, but she was talking about how it's difficult for someone with a dysregulated nervous system to have good spending habits. So that speaks volumes. So hopefully I will be able to go through with it this year. That would be really good, because I do, if you want to know something about me, two ways I like to cope is eating and shopping, and I have to find other ways. Can't I can't go on like this. The next thing that I would like to change this year is I would like to get into weight training. I really I've always wanted to get into weight training because I think it's a good form of exercise and it's good for your body. But I never wanted to join a gym because I was once a gym member a couple of years ago, and I don't like the atmosphere. I don't like working out with men around me. Sorry. And the next female only gym is quite far away from me. So, not an option for me. And I also think a lot of times it's just way too expensive. So I already invested in some weights. They were really cheap. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. And they're also quite light because, you know, you have to work your way up. So I really want to get into weight training. I think it would be really good for me. I was a Pilates girly for a couple of years, but I just think it does not get you the results that a lot of people like to claim that it does online. And I can say it, I don't think it changed my body that much. You know, it's good for the mind, obviously, it's exercise, and you do, you know, you can build up core strength and everything. But I really wanted to do Pilates because I struggle a lot with back pain, but it didn't really help in that area. So I'm hoping that weight training will help with that, and just building up muscle, and just hopefully feeling stronger and confident. That's really what I would like to achieve: building muscle and feeling confident and strong. One thing that I love to do is I love to read. I always loved books all throughout my life, but one thing that the last couple of years, my relationship with reading kind of changed because I, you know, got myself a Goodreads account, and then I started to join the challenges, and then I wanted to read 50 books a year, and I think that really threw me off because I don't know if I ever did 50 books, but I think last year or the year before I did 40 something, and I think it just kind of ruined my relationship with reading because now I just want to get through as many books as possible just so that I have a number somewhere. I want to start reading again just for the sake of reading and just for the sake of enjoying it and getting something out of it. And if I'm going to read 5 books this year, but then having loved those 5 books, and then I'd be happy with it. I don't need to have a specific number anymore. I don't really care about that anymore. I want to have fun. I want to have fun with the activities I'm doing and really do it for myself. Then there's gonna be hopefully a major change in my life pretty soon. I'm gonna graduate, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling when it comes to that because I don't know. There are a couple of different circumstances which lead me to have complicated feelings, but I am very excited to graduate. I'm excited to be done with that chapter of my life because it was truly exhausting. But I really would love to take a trip on my own after I've graduated. I don't know how achievable that would be because I have a small budget, but I would just love to take my dog and get out of my town for a couple of days. I don't want to go far. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or expensive, but I would just like to treat myself and just get out into nature and just calm the fuck down for a couple of days without the voice in the back of my head telling me that I have to study and that I have to do this and this, and just realizing that now this chapter of my life is done and I did it and I can be proud of myself, and just, having a couple of days somewhere quiet where I can look back at this time and just be proud of myself. That would be wonderful if I could find the time and the money to just get away for a couple of days. That would be really, really nice. And kind of on the same note, the last thing that I wrote down is that I want to find joy in being bored, and I want to spend more time doing nothing and being okay with it and not going absolutely crazy. Just sitting in silence, sitting with myself and being happy. And I want to be more grounded. I think that's the overall point from all of the things that I wrote down. I think they all have they all have pretty much the same thing in common. I want to be more mindful. Maybe that's the main point. Being mindful this year and being grounded and finding myself again. I think that's really what I need to do, and the things that I wrote down will hopefully guide me, and hopefully by the end of the year I will be a much more happier, more successful, more grounded, more relaxed version of myself. That will be wonderful. So I hope that you enjoyed me rambling on about my goals for this year. As I said, I just hope that I now have manifested that this will be a successful and happy year for me. That would be wonderful, because the last couple of years have truly not been easy, and I just hope that this year will change things around and bring a lot of happiness and success and all of that, and that just I will get better and that life will get better. And I'm hoping, if you're struggling or if you just, whatever, I'm hoping that this year will bring happiness for you. I'm very grateful that you watched this video, and as I said, I'm wishing you all the best. So if you want to share your resolutions with me, I would be more than happy to read them. And as I said, I am wishing you all the best. I'm hoping that you will have the best year ever. Sending you lots of love, and hopefully see you next time.